I believe that this year, and what we're seeing and what's being reported, this year, the use of illegal fireworks was greater than any year in the past.
Illegal fireworks cause too many injuries, too many fires.
Despite an extended outreach effort to educate and enforce the possession of illegal fireworks, Metro and local fire departments were swamped with calls and confiscated more than a ton of unlawful ones.
We estimated approximately over 2,100 pounds of illegal fireworks. If you calculate that, that's over 1 million single shots. It's approximately $135,000 worth of fireworks.
20,000 citizen reports were given to the I Spy Fireworks website during the Independence Day celebration. The possession or ignition of illegal fireworks is a misdemeanor crime.
Over the last several days, the police department, along with our partners at the Clark County and Las Vegas Fire Department, joined forces to create fireworks task force teams that were dispatched throughout the valley over this weekend to address the illegal fireworks.
Teams of firefighters and police officers began the shift with a briefing, using valley maps that show fireworks activity as literal hotspots. The mayhem at Cashman Park was a display of pyrotechnic pandemonium, with people igniting legal fireworks. Those are ones that stay on the ground, while many other lawbreakers shot off airborne and exploding missiles, which are illegal. Safe and sane fireworks are sold at licensed and inspected vendor booths in Clark County, and the illegal ones are usually purchased in Nye County.
You may think you're being safe, but it's not you per se, it's the product.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The product's illegal for a reason.
We wrote approximately 50 citations and there was one arrest. You may ask yourself, with 25,000 complaints and only 50 tickets, why? There's a lot of reasons why. First and foremost, each one of these calls takes a tremendous amount of time. The neighborhoods, there's a lot of folks involved. There's a lot of things that we have to do to be able to identify who we can write the citation to.
Okay? If that was a catch on fire spread to that building, you're gonna get charged for arson, all right?
But most importantly, this was not about the number of tickets we wrote. This was about the communication and the message that we sent to this community that we can no longer have a culture that accepts illegal fireworks as just part of the 4th of July.
At least 18 people were treated at the UMC burn unit after suffering fireworks-related injuries leading up to July 4th.
We had approximately 405 fire-related calls. If you break that down, about 187 of those were outside fires. Outside fires means deserts, parking lots, garbage cans that are behind retail spaces, that kind of thing.
Fire calls always rocket up on July 4th. Despite the relatively small number of citations written, laws are only as effective as are the people who are willing to follow them. Police and fire officials say that it's going to take a culture change in our community, that illegal fireworks will not be tolerated.
We heard many times throughout the evening where we were making contact with the community, they didn't understand why we were there. Why were we making such a big deal about it? When you arrive, as some of these firefighters can attest to, when you arrive and you see a juvenile that's burned, or you see a house fire where a family is trying to get their valuables to run out before they lose everything, that is real. And so that's why we're there. This is not about the number of tickets we write. It's about the number of lives we save and the people who we prevent from being harmed.
The task force will study their methods and statistics from this year and are already planning improvements to their enforcement activities and outreach efforts.
What we will do in the future, though, is those complaints will allow us to continue to assess the problem neighborhoods, the problem locations, and then identify how next year we can better engage those communities to hopefully prevent the increased use and the continued use of illegal fireworks.